Welcome back to Political Currents. Today, we're diving into the saga of Trump's lawsuit against the Des Moines Register and famed pollster and Selzer. To kick things off, can you summarize what triggered this legal drama?
Absolutely. It all started when a November 2024 poll by Selzer showed Kamala Harris leading Trump by 3 points in Iowa State. Trump later won by over 13. Trump alleged the poll was not just wrong, but intentionally misleading, and filed suit claiming consumer fraud.
So the stakes aren't just about numbers, but about trust in polling. Does this kind of legal action have precedent, or is Trump charting new territory here?
It's pretty uncharted. While public figures have grumbled about polls for decades, actually suing pollsters is rare. Trump's move highlights growing skepticism of media and data in politics, but it also raises serious First Amendment questions.
Let's walk through the timeline. This wasn't a one-and-done lawsuit. There were twists and turns worthy of a courtroom drama. What happened after Trump initially filed the case?
After the December 2024 filing in Iowa State Court, the defendants shifted it to federal court in early 2025, likely aiming for more favorable legal standards. Trump's team tried to get it sent back to state court, but a federal judge denied that in May.
Then came a strategic reset, right? Trump dropped the federal suit and refiled in state court just before Iowa's anti-SLAPP law took effect on July 1, 2025.
Exactly a classic case of legal musical chairs to dodge tougher federal and anti-SLAPP protections. The timing was almost cinematic.
Let's unpack that anti-SLAPP angle. For listeners unfamiliar, what's an anti-SLAPP law and why is it such a big deal here?
Anti-SLAPP laws protect people from lawsuits that aim to silence free speech, especially on public interest topics. Iowa's new law makes it easier to dismiss cases targeting journalists or pollsters. Trump's team refiled before it kicked in, dodging a probable quick dismissal.
Is this venue shifting sometimes called forum shopping common in political cases?
It's a tried and true tactic. Parties often pick courts they think will be friendlier to their arguments. But it can backfire, as judges and the public may view it as legal gamesmanship rather than seeking justice.
Polling is essentially a form of protected speech, right? How strong is the First Amendment defense for Selzer and the Register in this scenario?
Very strong. Courts have repeatedly ruled that projections and opinions, like polls, are shielded unless you can prove actual malice-intentional lying. Even if a poll is wildly off, that's not enough for fraud. It's like suing a weatherman for a bad forecast.
So Trump's legal odds are slim, but is there any gray area where pollsters could be held liable?
Only if there was clear, knowing deception, think rigged data, or deliberate misinformation. Nothing in the public record suggests that here. Most legal analysts expect the case will eventually be tossed.
If the legal path is so shaky, why pursue it? Is this more about politics than the law?
Absolutely. Lawsuits can serve as megaphones. By suing, Trump signals to his base that he's taking on corrupt institutions. It keeps his media mistrust narrative front and center, regardless of legal merit.
So even a doomed case can generate headlines, fundraising pitches, and rally applause?
Exactly. It's a form of political theater. Think of it as a campaign ad with a legal filing attached.
Let's talk specifics. Trump's suit alleges consumer fraud. Is there a real case for holding pollsters accountable this way?
That's a stretch. Consumer fraud laws are meant to protect buyers from deceptive practices. Think snake oil, not survey numbers. Polls are estimates, not guarantees. Unless there's evidence of intentional fabrication, courts hesitate to intervene.
Could this lawsuit, win or lose, change how pollsters operate or present their results?
It might make some pollsters more cautious, but overregulation could chill honest research. The risk is that fear of lawsuits could stifle robust public opinion data.
This lawsuit seems to tap into deeper currents of media skepticism. How is it influencing public sentiment toward polling and journalism?
It's gasoline on the fire. A 2025 Pew study found trust in media at an all-time low. Just 34% of Americans say they believe polls are fair. Lawsuits like this reinforce doubts and polarization, making even honest mistakes look sinister.
Could this erosion of trust have ripple effects beyond polling, maybe affecting voter turnout or civic engagement?
Absolutely. When people stop believing in neutral facts, democracy itself gets shakier. we risk a world where every result is suspect and every pollster is a potential target.
Let's pivot to the tech side. Modern polling uses everything from AI to advanced analytics. Are these tools making polls more accurate or just more complicated?
A bit of both. On one hand, big data and sophisticated modeling can reveal deeper trends. But technology also introduces new biases like undersampling hard-to-reach groups or over-relying on online responses. Even with AI, a poll is only as good as its inputs.
So even the fanciest algorithm can't guarantee accuracy, especially when the electorate is shifting?
Exactly. Polling's not fortune-telling. It's educated guessing, and the margin for error is always there no matter how shiny the software.
Zooming out, what does this lawsuit mean for American politics and the legal landscape? Are we entering an era where litigation becomes a standard campaign tool?
It's a slippery slope. Weaponized lawsuits risk turning the courts into arenas for political mudslinging, not justice. If every bad poll or unfavorable article becomes grounds for a lawsuit, we may see self-censorship and fewer voices in the public square.
But could there be a silver lining? Might this test the limits of legal protections and clarify the rules for everyone?
Possibly. If courts consistently toss out these suits, it could reaffirm First Amendment rights and discourage frivolous filings. But the process itself can be costly and intimidating for journalists and researchers.
To wrap up, what's next for this case and for the intersection of polling, media, and political lawfare in general?
Expect more fireworks. The Iowa court will likely face public pressure, but legal precedent favors pollsters. Meanwhile, Trump's move could inspire copycats on both sides. The bigger question is whether our institutions adapt or buckle under the pressure.
So, in a sense, this isn't just about one lawsuit, it's a stress test for how democracy handles contested facts and legal brinkmanship.
Absolutely. The outcome will echo far beyond Iowa, shaping not just campaigns, but the very rules of public debate.